Hey everybody, this is Josh Hall in our field operations department again. Today we are out in a field planting collards. So if you're familiar with the Pillion farm, we're right across from the solar panels. You can see the solar panels over that way. Anyways, we are planting what we call bare root collards. So these plants, I'll pull one up right here. These plants are actually grown in small fields. We plant them very close together, just direct seed, the seed directly into the ground. These plants come up, we let them grow obviously till they're, I'd say at least 4 inches, 5-6 inches tall. Then we'll go in and we'll harvest those plants. We'll bring them to the fields in boxes, and as we get up here closer to the machine, you'll see the boxes of plants. And then we set them by hand. This is a plant setter, what we call it, that goes behind the tractor, but it is basically just a machine that creates a little furrow. We'll kind of focus in on this row. It creates a little furrow, opens up, the guy sets the plant into the ground, and then closes the ground back up, just to kind of get the soil tight around those roots. So you can see as I get closer, they're actually just taking those plants and setting them directly into the soil. And we shoot for about 11 inches, 11 to 12 inches is kind of the optimal spacing. So as you can see, they're pretty uniform. These will continue to grow. We'll water, we'll fertilize, we'll cultivate, and in 50-55 days or so, we will probably be in here harvesting. Thank you.
Hey y'all, it's Alex in marketing. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to all of our WP Rawl team members who participated in our I Am Raw events over the past couple weeks. It's because of y'all and the company's donations that we were able to pack over 500 donations to be able to give to children and their families. We were able to deliver the fresh produce last Friday and the Friday before. For those of you that weren't able to join us on those deliveries, just wanted to share some of the photos that we were able to capture during visiting those 6 different schools. Everyone was extremely grateful, and I know the families were as well. Again, thank you to everyone for their participation.
Hey everybody, it's Pete from the Transportation Department for this week's Take 5. If you haven't noticed it already, the temperatures are starting to get a little cooler out. Summer is waning and it is now time for the fall. And besides the Washington Commanders falling to the bottom of the NFC East rankings, the leaves start falling off of the trees. So a couple things you need to be careful of in this time of year. First off, kids are back in school, so make sure you're aware that the kids are now picking up the buses. The buses are picking the kids up on the routes. So if you see a stopped bus, you need to stop. Don't try passing it. Little kids trying to get onto the bus so they want to go to school. Let's make sure you're following those instructions and stopping. Let the bus continue on its way. Leaves, they make it difficult for you to see the potholes and bumps in the road. especially the farther up north you get. As we've talked about in one of the Take Fives previous week, and our Smith system, one of them is to make sure you get the big picture. So make sure when you're driving you see big piles of leaves. They might be covering up a pothole, so be very cautious of that. Another thing with a pile of leaves, and then you'll see this more up north than you do down here where we have pine needles more than leaves. But up north, when you see leaves piled on the road, they're a very inviting place for a kid to jump into and bury into. I know I did this when I was a kid living up in the north, so be careful. Don't drive through piles of leaves. There could be a kid in there or maybe an animal or something, so stay away from driving through that. Keep your windshield leaf free to avoid wet leaves getting stuck to your windshield wipers. Make sure that you are watching for the deer. They're out moving now. Around dawn, you'll start seeing them running across because it's that time of year. So take a few of these steps to make sure you're being safe. Give yourself some extra time to get to work. And don't be speeding on those back roads because that's where deer love to hop out in front of you. So till next week, that's Pete.
Hey everybody, I got another joke for you. So what do you call a hen looking at a pile of lettuce? A chicken Caesar salad. Oh, that's too funny. I hope everybody had a good belly laugh. I know we're about to go into the busy season, so everybody got to stay positive. We're going to be successful, and it's going to be great. We can do this.
We are so excited to announce that this October 7th, we will be hosting our first event post-COVID. We are hosting our farm fair, which is a combination of delicious food, raffles, games, service awards, flu shots, and we've invited local vendors to come out and share with y'all their services. This event is for all employees of WP Rawl, and we will all come together and have loads of fun. Can't wait for this fun-packed day. See you there.